My name is Pooja Shah, and I am majoring in strategic communications in the J School, and I studied abroad in London, England, and interned abroad as well. I started thinking about studying abroad more because I wanted to see what communications and the study of communications was outside of Minnesota. That's why I chose London, actually, because London is considered the hub of communications in the world in a global perspective. I wanted to meet new people, I wanted to travel, I wanted to see what more was outside in terms of my career as well as what I could gain personally and professionally. The Learning Abroad Center was super efficient and super well organized in terms of me completing my deadlines in time, and just if I needed to set up an advisor one-to-one appointment or anything, they were super hands-on, which I really appreciated because I had a lot of questions coming in, some small things like currency and phones and stuff, things that my parents were wondering about. They were able to answer super efficiently. They were super quick with emails. London is super diverse, so being thrown into an environment that's, I think it's around 60% of mixed ethnicities was super cool. It was just a big hot pot of just people from all over the place, and everywhere you went, even if you walked down the street, you would just meet people that were from all over the world. The language was definitely something I had to adapt. I kind of thought being an English-speaking country, I'd be pretty okay with conversing and everything, but the language that British people use in terms of their lingo was definitely something I had to take a moment to adapt. One example was I was told to, for my internship, to go get an article from a newspaper, and the newspaper was called The Independent, but they called it The Eye. The way they say things is they know that what they mean, but it's so difficult for us coming in. They're just not understanding the norms and what everyone usually talks about. It takes a moment to grasp everything. I lived in a townhouse that was split up into about 6 or 7 flats, so apartments, and it was about 5 to 6 Americans in each flat, so girls separate and boys separate. Intriguing because then you could kind of compare how everyone's different perspectives and perceptions of London were going, because everyone had a different job, everyone was taking different courses, and Americans, they were from all over the US. It wasn't just people that I knew to start off with. So it was kind of cool to learn along the journey with them, because we could always relate back to our home and be oh yeah, I miss this, or this is super cool, I wish I had this over in the US. So it was nice to relate. Class size was about 15 to I think a max of 25. It was very small, so we knew everyone, and learning was really inspiring because you really got to have a one-to-one connection with your peers as well as the faculty. I think that studying abroad, I think everyone kind of has their own kind of self-reflection, and I think the whole point of studying abroad is to gain that. One story that I'd probably share with all my family and friends would just be how much I'm gonna miss it, just because I left a piece of my heart there, literally, just because of how much I learned about myself as well as about Europe as a whole.